Hello, this is the TEAK objective of ordering rational numbers from real-world context. It's day 5. 6.2d, order a set of rational numbers arising from mathematical and real-world context. Ideally, we'll be including fractions, decimals, and percents, and an introduction of negatives. One thing that I want to make sure of is that we're doing this type of construct. Underline, convert to decimal if they aren't already, and then plot on number line, and then select the answer if there is an A, B, C alternative multiple choice. So I went ahead and did some of the work for you on my sheet, so catch up with me on this. We want to get a number less than 3.5. I've already went ahead and created a number line. It's already converted to decimal. Now it's all that we have to do is plot. So a number less than 3.5, well, that's anything from here to the left. So 3.5 or 3.49 and negative 3.49 and to the left. Okay? Let's move on to example 2. I started, that one was kind of small, so I went to this one slightly larger. It's a number line, less than negative 2 1/4. The very first thing that you want to do here is convert that to 2.25. And if you do that, it's going to be 1/4 of the way down. So that's where negative 2.25 is. Okay, easy enough. Let's move on to example 3. Negative 0.75, and the other one is negative 1.40. To get that, you multiply this by 20 and this by 20, and you get that value. So, already started to label some of these things. If this is where negative 1 is, negative 1.5 would be about there. Negative 1.4 would be just on the right side of it. So that's where negative 1.40, or this original fraction of 1 2/5 negative. So that's where those are. So where is negative 3/4? Well, negative 3/4 is approximately here, and we'll put negative 7.5 here, and that means that this number is greater. Alright, let's move on to the next one. We'll need a number line. Less, greater. And since they're all negative, let's go ahead and put the 0 here, because we won't need anything more than that. And 1, 2, 3, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. This one is negative 2.25. So that would be right about here. Negative 2.25. And this is already a decimal, so we don't have to do anything about it. And that's going to be real close to 3. And now we're easily able to answer the question where this is less than this, because this is where the less. And if we move down to the bottom to order the numbers from least to greatest. Well, the only one we have to change is this one. And so -4 is here. -3.52, that would be about here. And of course 3 3.75 or 3.75 would be about here. So to order them, of course, it is least to greatest, underline that. So the least is -4, then -3.52, and then 3.75, or how they have it written, 3 3/4. This one's labeling from least to greatest. We got a number line here, least to greatest. So let's go ahead and mark where these would be. This is almost, and just to make it easier, we'll say that's A, and 3.14, that would be right here. We'll make that B, and -0.42, about right here, that's C, and 32%, snuck one in, 0.32, so that would be a third of the way here, and that would be D. So least to greatest would be A, which is -0.8, then C, which would be -0.42, and then D, which is 32%, and then finally B, which is 3.14. Okay, that seems to be easy enough. And we're on to bigger things.